Today I'll be teaching you how to do Sarvangasana in Yogveda Yoga. Why do Sarvangasana? Sarvangasana is shoulder stand, which is an inversion. You have Shirshasana, where your head is completely touching the floor and your legs are up. You have hand stand, where your arms are touching the floor and your head is down, legs are up. And then you have Sarvangasana, the shoulder stand, where your chin is touching the space of your throat. Now the difference between all these inversions is handstand, head straight, Shirshasana, head straight, Pincha Mayurasana, slightly different, your head goes back. So you work slightly different with your thyroids. And Sarvangasana is chin close to your thyroids, and they give two different effects. Shirshasana is straight, so all the blood, the energy moves directly through all your body to your brain. So you have more energy in the brain, in the hormonal system. Handstand is with your arms, and Sarvangasana is when you lock a Jalandhara Bandha. Jalandhara Bandha is the chin lock or a throat lock or a space of your thyroids lock, where all the blood comes and accumulates first in your throat, in your thyroids, and then very slowly it goes towards your brain. And this makes that your blood pressure does not rise, it decreases. In Shirshasana, your blood pressure increases. Plus, Shirshasana is very dehydrating. You dehydrate quickly in Shirshasana. It's a very hot pose. It's a sun pose, and Sarvangasana is a moon pose. Now, there are many benefits to Sarvangasana, and the first is mainly for your thyroids. So you have more blood accumulating here, which cleans the space of your throat, which gives you a clearer speech. It releases your sinuses, and of course you have a different quality of energy flow in your pineal hypothalamus and the pituitary gland. Now, when I teach Sarvangasana in Yogveda Yoga, because it's only Yogveda Yoga which I concern myself with, not the other methods, they do what they do. When you're doing Sarvangasana, you want the edges of your palms to touch somewhere in the middle or even lower, closer to your shoulder blades. The higher up you're close to the hip, or the lower up you're close to the hip, it means your spine is closing. And that is for most of us. Everybody who does not have a completely open spine, shoulders, thoracic space, your palms will be going down towards your back. What you want is your palms, your edges of your elbow, the lower your elbow comes, the lower your arms come. If your shoulders, head, and your palms are in one line, you have no space to work with. If your shoulders and your elbows are in the same space, also you don't have any space to work with. For example, that's what they do in Iyengar Yoga. They have a blanket or 2 blankets or 20 blankets, whatever they use. It doesn't make any difference because the shoulders and the elbows still remain in the same line. And if you have a neck problem, that might help you, but this Yogveda Yoga is much more efficient. Now you can use 1 or 2 blankets, depending on how much your shoulders are open and how much neck pain you have. Both make a difference. Simple, you can just take a blanket and then see this, get a 1 and a 2 fold. So you have like this. And then you're lying down with your shoulder line. Just move your fingers across your cervical spine, the spine of your neck. The space of the spine which comes out the most is what you want to push in the most also. That's where the correction takes place. And the more you have that space moving out, the more you have problems with your thyroids. And that's the reason you want to correct that. So that would be touching the edge of the blanket, and the rest of the neck would be free on the floor or free in the air, whatever. Because that's what you want to release. Once you push something, something has to move away from it. So try to understand that concept. And that's the only thing which releases your neck. If you have a neck pain, it will release it. Again, if you have long hair, you don't want your hair in the middle. Release your hair. Where you place your neck is where you work. Very simple. So that space coming out is touching, and the rest of the neck, if you see this, is free. Free to open. Hold your ankles. Now once you hold your ankles, lift your hips away from the floor. Take your elbows close to the blanket, so you feel where the blanket is. Push your hips up. Take time here because you want to open the spine. You want to release your swas. Swas closes once your legs are up. So that's the thing you want to work on first before you take your legs up. So see this, stretching the swas. See where the edges of the palms are. And now just enjoy the pose. Be straight. Breathe deep. Open your feet. While coming down, remove your hands, and then slowly place the spine on the blanket and relax your shoulders. And come up. Try this way of doing it and see if you feel a difference. If you have thyroid issues, you should try this way to do Sarvangasana. Thank you for watching. And if you have any questions, just write them down. Have a nice day.